Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's official prices. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. So obviously, this week's big release is the new Leviathan box set and the launch of 10th edition. But alongside those, there are some other items available as well. And honestly, I've got a little bit of a bone to pick with Games Workshop, so we'll get to that here in a bit. So first we have the Warhammer 40,000 core rulebook, and this is already included, all these core rules, in the Leviathan rulebook, in the Leviathan box set, or also you can get this for free. But if you did want a physical copy of the core rulebook outside of that, it is $65 for this bad boy. And if it's about the size of the previous edition rulebooks as well, they are super chunky. There is tons of actual rules in here, but there's also a ton about the backgrounds, the various factions, lots of cool pictures and lore. So there's definitely something to owning the physical rulebook. So $65 USD for that bad boy. But obviously the way to go is the new Leviathan set. And then we don't actually have the prices for this because this is only available from direct, but this is the limited edition rulebook. Comes with some token objective markers, some art prints and stuff like that. And just based on how they've done this in the past, if it's $65 for the regular rulebook, it's probably going to be something around like $110 for this. Don't quote me on that one though, that is completely just a guess. And they did say specifically there are 1,600 of these numbered copies available. So next we have the Crusade Tyranic War book, and this is a hardback book. It is $60 USD for the Tyranic War book, and this is designed for the Crusade game mode. This is a 184-page Crusade book, has all of the full new Crusade rules, but it is already included in the rulebook that is in the Leviathan set. So if you're picking up the Leviathan box set, unless you want this specifically separate. And just a note from Games Workshop, specifically how it's worded, note that the printed contents of this book are the same as the Crusade section in the Warhammer 40,000 Leviathan core book. If you already bought Leviathan, you already have these rules and lore. So that means there's probably some other like pictures and artwork and stuff like that in this book, but no actual rules that aren't already included in the Leviathan book. And then moving right along, we have the Crusade Tyranic War, and this is the collector's edition book. And again, this will be the same contents. It just has a different cover, a little more fancy attributes. And again, just guessing on this one, based on the $60 price tag for the regular one, I would say this is probably going to be somewhere around $100, give or take a couple of bucks. And then next we have the chapter approved Leviathan mission deck. So these are the cards that you can use to generate your missions at random. Pretty cool overall. Looks like they have been pretty well received. And Games Workshop has been kind of experimenting with some different things for a while now. And these appear to be pretty decent. Now it is important, once again, to realize these are already included in the Leviathan box set. So these are $33.50 USD, but already come in Leviathan. So if you picked up Leviathan, you got these on the way. And a matter of fact, any of the stuff that came in Leviathan, even if you don't pick up the whole box set, you could probably buy it from a friend or someone else at your local game store for pretty cheap. So the majority of this stuff is probably not going to be selling at full retail. So unless you're getting a nice discount on them, I would kind of wait it out and see. But that is just my experience from the previous editions and launches and whatnot. All right, and then we have the Warhammer 40,000 index cards, and Games Workshop has cleverly worded this article, and it actually makes a lot more sense now. So I got a little beef with them on this one, because I'm one of those people who does like to buy like game aids and stuff like that, and I have been talking about how the Warhammer War Scroll cards for Age of Sigmar are amazing, and how they really need to do that for 40k as well. And obviously they have done that now, and we have these cards, and Games Workshop has given them away for free digitally, which is awesome. But for a lot of people, it's nice to go out and just be able to pick these up. And I think the way Games Workshop has approached this has basically made it so that these are bound to fail. Like there's no possible way these can succeed, which that's whatever. They're already giving them to us for free. You'll understand why I'm complaining in a second. But I really feel like this is going to end up screwing over a lot of stores, because a lot of stores aren't going to realize what's going to sell and what's not going to sell. So when Games Workshop packages things together, they might not understand what this is going to end up meaning. And in my opinion, it's going to end up meaning a bunch of product that sits on their shelf that they can't sell. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's just take a look at what's actually going on here. So it says next week you'll also be able to pre-order a set of physical index cards for every faction in Warhammer 40,000. These provide all the data sheets for the faction, plus their army rules and themed detachment. These are already available for free online in regularly updated PDF format, but these physical cards give you a handy resource to use at the table to save time swiping through your phone or tablet. So pretty cool, honestly. But then when you look at the actual prices, and they weren't very specific about what the details are on these, rather than just being priced individually, because I had speculated that something like the Leagues of Votann card pack is obviously not going to be the same price as the Space Marine card pack, because the Leagues of Votann have like 20 data sheets, or I think way less than that actually, but let's say less than 20 data sheets, and the Space Marines have like 60 or 70 or whatever. So you're talking about the difference between a tiny little pack of cards or a massive pack of cards. So I just assumed they would have like a low price and a high price, maybe something in the middle. But instead, they have these packaged up in huge bundles. So they are only available in bundles. So the first bundle is $196, and that is the Space Marines. So I'm going to just flip over to these so we can just kind of take a look real quick. All right, so here we are at the Space Marines kind of hub for all the different card packs. And we know there's like the regular, just plain old Space Marines. And then there's Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Space Wolves, and Black Templars. And then finally Death Watch as well. So there's one big pack for Space Marines and then another 5 different like sub-factions. And those 6 packs of cards are going to come together in a single bundle for $196. So my main problem with this is, one, that's a huge price point, and it's very unlikely somebody's going to need all these card packs. And then also, like from a store's point of view, somebody might be asking to buy the Space Marine card pack, and they don't even know how to price that individual card pack, nor do they realize, okay, maybe they sell the big Space Marine pack for $50, and then they're going to be now stuck with the other $140 something worth of card packs that they need to sell Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Space Wolves. And the probability that you're going to be able to sell all these individual packs in an equal quantity to different people is extremely unlikely. So while I do think it's cool that they're offering up these packs for people that want to buy them, they're basically making it so that nobody's realistically going to buy them or be able to buy them. So they're sort of like dooming this product from the start. So I imagine they probably haven't made many of them. So if you're after them, they're probably going to sell out pretty quickly. And then you're just going to see like super unpopular ones like hanging around forever. But I suppose it is good that they're offering them, even though it doesn't really seem like it's going to be a realistic thing. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video. So next we have the Chaos one. So this is the Chaos card pack. It is $208 for the Chaos card pack, and you'll have the Chaos Space Marines, Demons, Death Guard, Thousand Suns, and World Eaters, and Chaos Knights. So the Chaos card pack is a total of 6 packs of cards in this one, including like the core Chaos Space Marines, and that is for $208. All right, and then next we have Imperium. So it is $182 for the Imperium card pack, and that is Grey Knights, Astra Militarum, Adeptus Sororitas, Adeptus Custodes, Adeptus Mechanicus, and Imperial Knights and Imperial Agents. So a total of 7 packs of cards in this set for $182. And again, I'm just not sure how this is going to make sense or how this is going to be a viable thing for stores. I almost feel like the stores will have to just sell the whole card pack. They won't be able to open them up and sell individual ones to different people. And I don't think most people are going to be prepared to drop like $180, almost $200 or more in some cases to get all of the different portion of the faction cards. So this to me just seems like a doomed product right from the start. I'm really glad that they offered all of this stuff up for free, but I didn't realize it was going to be, you can either get all of it for free or you can drop an insane amount of money to get the ones you specifically want. And then finally we have the Xenos card packs, and this is the most expensive of all of them. There are 7 Xenos factions included, and it's $212 for this card pack. And that's going to include Tau Empire, Eldari, Drukhari, Necrons, Genestealer cults, orcs, and then Leagues of Votann. So if you want to get all those card packs, it will be $212 for that card pack. So let's just say hypothetically that you play at least one faction from each of these, or you wanted to pick up all of them for whatever reason. You're talking about literally $800 for the index cards for all of the factions. So pretty ridiculous that they're offering them like this. I guess it's good that they're offering them for you to buy. Maybe they have some other plan where they're going to start including these in different box sets or something like that. I'm honestly not sure, but to me, this is just a total fail. Because if I was planning on buying some of these card packs, which I was definitely considering it, knowing that they have an expiration date on them, there's no way I'm looking to drop $200 on each one of these like different sets. And the reason I say specifically that they have an expiration date is we already know that the codexes are in the works and those are going to start popping out soon. And then when the new codexes come out, there's going to be new detachments included. There's going to be changes to rules, all different various things. And they've already said that there's going to be new card packs to go along with the codexes rather than what we see here, which is for the indexes. So in my opinion, this is the type of thing where we're just going to ignore this. Everybody's just going to use the free stuff. We're going to use different resources to print those off or look at them digitally until the actual codexes come out. And while this was a cool gesture from Games Workshop that they were going to be selling these things, the truth is it's only really viable for us to use them for free if they're not going to individually sell the different faction cards that somebody might want to buy. The idea of just bundling them together and assuming that every store or every person is going to have an equal amount of players of each faction is pretty ridiculous. So that is it for this week's official prices. I'm definitely excited to be picking up my copy of Leviathan. Cannot wait to get it. Super excited to build it. Expect all kinds of awesome Leviathan related content. Let me know what you guys think of this week's pre-orders. Did you pick up Leviathan? Are you going to be picking up any of these items as well after that limited edition book or some of these card packs? Maybe on Games Workshop's website, they will offer these individually and you'll be able to buy just the faction you want. But I don't think a lot of stores are going to be picking up the bundles, just hoping to sell them off. As always, special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check them out, link in the description to save 15%. That's it for today and this week's official prices. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.